Welcome to today's Yoga Flow, Gratitude Flow, all about instilling gratitude and harmony from within. We'll start in a nice, comfortable seated position. You can either find your way on a chair or in a cross-legged position, whatever feels easiest for you. Making sure that your spine is nice and tall, your chest is open, placing your hands on your knees, palms facing up, and slowly beginning to soften the gaze until slowly your eyes come to close. I'm going to start this practice with pranayama breathwork, a technique called samavriti, also known as equal breathing. This breathing technique is meant to instill balance and calmness from within. Slowly beginning to focus on the breath, becoming aware of sensations around you, becoming aware of your inhales and your exhales without manipulating it in any way. And slowly bringing awareness into the inhale, inhaling for a count of 3, 2, 1, and holding at the top. And exhaling for 3, 2, 1, and holding at the bottom. Inhale, breathe in, hold, and exhale through the nose. Hold, breathe in, hold your breath at the top, and exhale through the nose, holding the breath at the bottom. Inhale, hold, exhale, let go, hold. Last one, big inhale, filling your lungs with air, holding at the top, exhale, and holding at the bottom, and slowly releasing, relaxing the breath, bringing it back to a normal pattern of breathing, beginning to set your intention for today, reminding yourself to honor the blessing that is your body, honor the blessing that is movement, and respecting all limits. And slowly beginning to blink your eyes open. And from here, coming all the way onto your knees, as we slowly begin to ease into this practice, coming into a child's pose, feet together, knees a little bit wider than your chest, extending your arms all the way out and reaching your chest down, bringing your forehead to the ground if it's possible. Taking a big inhale and slowly coming all the way back up. We're going to do a variation of cat-cow, but with this one we're going to be seated on our heels, extending our arms all the way out. As you inhale, you're going to open through your chest, extend your spine, open through your collarbone. Take a deep breath and feel your upper back muscles begin to engage as you open your chest up. And as you exhale, you're going to draw your belly in, bring your chin to your chest, see if you can round through your upper back. Inhale, open through your chest. Pull your shoulder blades up and back, extending through your spine. And as you exhale, draw your belly in. Inhale, open through the chest, lengthen through the spine. If you're doing this right, you should begin to feel your upper back muscles, the muscles that line your spine, begin to engage. Exhale, draw your belly in. Give me one more. Inhale, open to the chest. Nice and slow movements. Feel each vertebrae begin to unfold As you exhale, draw your belly in. And slowly making your way up to tabletop position, bringing your toes to a tucked position and slowly beginning to float your knees off of the mat as you push your hips up and back, coming into your first downward facing dog of the day, pedaling the feet out, reaching your heels to the ground as much as possible, even if they don't touch, beginning to invite some movement, some blood flow into your legs. Think about gripping the mat with your fingertips, rooting down through your base knuckles, reaching your tailbone up towards the sky as you lengthen through your spine. Now take a big inhale, slowly begin to round your shoulders forward, coming into your plank pose. You can adjust your position here, and you're going to slowly shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows, and 1 inch at a time, beginning to bring your chest as close to the floor as possible until you land all the way down. As you inhale, roll your shoulder blades up and back, extending into your cobra pose, opening through the chest. As you exhale, bring your chest back to the ground and reach your arms a little bit wider than your shoulders, coming onto the tops of your fingertips. Inhale, roll your spine all the way up, extending through the chest, opening through the collarbone. As you exhale, slowly come all the way down. Inhale, undulating the spine all the way up or as far as you can, warming upper back body, opening your heart up. Exhale, bring that chest back down. Inhale, open up, reach, maybe even come a little bit higher this time, extending your elbows all the way. And exhale all the way back down. One last one. Inhale, rise, opening through the chest. And exhale, coming all the way back down. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself all the way back up, plank pose. Tailbone reaches to the sky, downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to hold it for a few breaths as we begin to deepen the breath with a slight constriction in the back of our throat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, creating the sound of an ocean wave. And slowly beginning to walk your feet step by step until one by one begins to come all the way to the top of the mat. Feet underneath your hips and forward fold. Now we're going to stay in this position for a little while. You can either bend your knees slightly here or keep them extended as long as you're feeling a good stretch in the back of your hamstrings. Grabbing opposite elbow with opposite hand to increase the weight of your torso as you begin to fold a little bit deeper down. But you can stay here in this position, or if you want to invite a little bit more movement, you can swing your upper body from side to side. And just allowing every part of your body to release, inviting a good stretch, and slowly coming back to center, finding a bit of stillness, rooting down through all four corners of your feet, extending your arms back down. We're going to roll ourselves back up, vertebrae at a time. Really taking our time here. Inhale, roll your shoulders all the way up and back, open through the chest. We're going to move on to a few rounds of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, arms reach up, palms come to touch, draw your belly in, engage your core. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center as you slowly begin to fold all the way down forward. Releasing, inhale, arms come to your shins, extend to your spine, halfway lift. As you exhale, you're going to slowly begin to plant your hands down. Slowly float that right leg up as you reach it all the way back until it comes to touch onto the floor. Right knee comes down. Inhale, arms reach up and rise. You're going to come into your first Anjaneyasana pose of the day. So think about reaching your knee down as you come with your hips forward. Why to stay active in this pose? So think about pulling your front leg towards the back of the mat and your back leg pulls towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up, engage through your core. Exhale, palms come down. You're going to step your left leg to the back of your mat into your first plank pose. You're going to inhale, shift your shoulders forward, bring your hips down, keeping your toes tucked. Without your hips touching the floor, inhale, open through your collarbone. As you exhale, you're going to draw your belly in, pull your hips up and back towards the ceiling, extending through your spine. Downward facing dog. Now from here, you're going to inhale, bring your right leg to the top of your mat. Land your left knee down. Anjaneyasana, inhale, arms reach up. Once again, with this side as well, isometrically pull both legs towards the other side of the mat to begin to engage your glutes and your quads. Inhale, arms reach up, draw your belly in. And exhale, hands land down, and you're going to step your left foot to the top of the mat as it meets your right forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins. Exhale, forward fold. And slowly begin to rise all the way up, vertebrae at a time. Arms reach up, palms come to touch. And exhale, hands come back to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, you're going to plant your hands down. This time, we're going to float our left foot off of the ground. Slowly extend it all the way back until it touches and lands onto the back of the mat. Left knee lands. Inhale, arms reach up, extending through our spine. Sitting our hips down. Try not to curve your upper back in this position. I want you to think about drawing your belly in and knitting your ribs together. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, palms plant down. Step your right leg back into your plank pose. And inhale, right hips come down. Open through your collarbone, widen through your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, you're going to draw your belly all the way up, downward facing dog. So in here, take a big breath through the nose and a deep breath out. Inhale, you're going to step this time your left leg to the top of the mat. Right knee lands down, arms reach up, extend through the spine. As you exhale, both arms land down. Step your right leg to the top of the mat to meet your left. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, both arms reach up, palms come to touch. Exhale, hands come back down to heart center, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, extend to the spine. Exhale, plant your hands down, right leg steps all the way back. Take your Anjaneyasana, right knee lands. Inhale, arms reach up, extend through your spine. And exhale, plant your hands down nice and slow. Step your left leg back, plank pose. And inhale, upward facing dog. Now in this position, I don't want you to shrug your shoulders. Think about pushing your shoulders away from your ear and pushing down your hands to the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from here, lift your right leg all the way up, step it to the top of the mat. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant your hands down, lift your right leg back into your plank pose, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, this time the left leg comes all the way to the top of the mat. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant your palms down. And you're gonna bring your right leg to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way back up. Palms come to touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Great job. Inhale, arms reach up, other side. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, extend through the spine. Exhale, plant your palms down. Step this time your left leg to the back of the mat. Left knee lands. Inhale, arms reach up. Extending through your spine, draw your belly in. Exhale, land your palms down. Step your right leg back, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, extending through your spine, down dog. And from here, we bring our left leg to the top of the mat, Anjaneyasana, arms reach up. As you exhale, plant your palms down, this time stepping your right leg forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, roll your spine up, reach your arms up, palms come to touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Great job. We'll do this round one last time. You know the flow now, so move eloquently, move seamlessly, and enjoy every blessing of movement. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your right leg back, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, step your left leg back, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll your spine back into your downward facing dog. Stepping your right leg to the top of the mat to meet your right arm, left knee lands, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, palms plant down, stepping this time your left leg to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll your spine all the way up. Palms come to touch, fold back down. Last round, last side, inhale, extend through the spine. Feel free to add in any tricks or moves you like. Slowly step that left leg all the way back, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, palms plant down, stepping your right leg back, upward facing dog. Now this is the pace I go in. Feel free to go at a slower pace if that feels right for you. Downward facing dog. Great job. Now stepping your left leg to the top of the mat, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, palms plant down, and slowly beginning to step our right leg back to meet our left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, and inhale, roll all the way up, vertebra at a time. Arms reach up, palms come to heart center. Closing your eyes, feeling for your heartbeat, feeling the heat begin to build up, feeling grateful for every moment that you get to move your body, that you get to nourish your cells. Connecting deep to the beat of the heart, and appreciating that every vital function happening in your body right now is here to support you. Inhale, arms reach up, palms come to touch, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step your right leg to the back of the mat. Spin your heel edge of your back foot down. Inhale, arms reach up, squaring your hips to the front of the mat as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, sink deeper, bend your knee a little bit more into this pose. Think about drawing your belly in and knitting your ribs together. Big inhale, expand and lengthen. As you exhale, dive deeper. Spin your arms and your hips to the side of the mat, coming into your warrior two. Root down through the heel edge of your back foot and root down through all three corners of your front foot. Create one clean line of energy with your arms. Take a big inhale, expand, and as you exhale, see if you can sit a little bit deeper, getting your front thigh to be as parallel to the mat as possible. Gaze over your front arm. Really tune in and find strength in this position. Don't escape the pain. Go farther towards it, just to feel what it brings into your mind, what it brings into your body. As you inhale, flip your front arm up, extend it all the way out to the front of the mat, taking your left elbow, placing it onto your left knee. Inhale, right arm rises all the way up, and maybe even extends all the way towards the front of the mat, so that your fingertip and your heel are one clean line of energy. Think about really pushing your elbow down onto this leg. I don't want to see your shoulder collapse. I'm going to push it as far away from you as possible, maintaining a little bit more engagement in your left shoulder. Take a big inhale, expand and lengthen. As you exhale, release, come all the way up, reverse your warrior, taking your back palm, placing it on the back of your right leg, extending your left arm all the way up and over. Extend through your left side body. Think about opening your chest. Try not to close it too much. Maintain engagement in the legs. And inhale, come back to center. Cartwheel your hands down onto the mat. Step your left leg back. Take your vinyasa here. Inhale, upward facing dog. As you exhale, push all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Great job. Take a few breaths here. Lengthen through your tailbone. Inhale, expand through the chest. Exhale, draw your belly in. Make your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms reach up once again. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, switching sides. This time your left foot is going to step all the way to the back of the mat, bringing the heel edge of your back foot down. Exhale, warrior one. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Engage your core, draw your belly in. Think about sitting deeper into the pose. Lengthen through your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, sink deeper. Open your arms and switch your hips to face the side of the mat. Warrior two. Find strength, stability, engagement in this pose. Gazing right past your front arm. See if you can sit a little bit deeper in this. We're not going to hold it for too long here. Flip your front palm up. Reach your arm forward. Bring your right elbow onto your right knee. Extend your left arm all the way up and over, creating one clean line of energy between your left fingertip and your left heel. Think about opening the chest up, pushing your elbow through your knee. And exhale, come back to center, reverse your warrior. Right palm extends all the way over to the back of the mat. Lengthen through your right side body. Take a big inhale, expand. As you exhale, come back to center, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Take your vinyasa here. Step that right leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now from here, you're going to step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, step your right leg all the way back. Bring the heel edge of your back foot down, warrior one. Square your hips to the front of the mat, draw your belly in. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, open your arms all the way out to the side, warrior two. Really be strong and supported and stable in this pose. You won't stay here for long, so really sit deep. Flip your front palm up, extend all the way forward, left elbow comes to left knee, and right arm all the way up, forward, towards the top of the mat. Open through your chest. Reverse your warrior, bringing your right palm onto your right back of your leg. Extend all the way towards the back of your mat. And exhale back to center, cartwheel your hands down. Take your vinyasa here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Reminder, you can always do the chaturanga with your knees on the ground. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, root down through your palms. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll your spine up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time stepping your left foot to the back of the mat. Warrior one. Square your hips as much as you can. And inhale, open into your warrior two, facing the left side of your mat. Sink deeper into the pose. Strength, stability, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, you're gonna flip your front palm forward, bring your right knee to your right leg. Extend your left arm all the way up and forward. One clean line of energy, open through your chest. Push your elbow through your knee. Exhale back to center, reverse your warrior. Send your right arm all the way to the back of the mat. See if you can lengthen a little bit more. And cartwheel your hands down, take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. Great job. One more time, we're gonna do this again, but this time really flow, make it eloquent, make it seamless, and enjoy and feel gratitude for the movement that you get to make. Step your right leg back, warrior one. Really go at your own pace here. Warrior two. This is just the pace I suggest, but always feel free to slow it down or speed it up however you like. Side angle, left elbow to left knee. Reverse your warrior all the way up and back towards the back of the mat. Take your vinyasa here, cartwheel your hands down. Inhale, upward facing dog, open through your collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your way to the front of the mat however you feel you can. Inhale, up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Switching to the left leg back, warrior one. Open all the way out into your warrior two. Sit deeper into this position, widen your stance. Flip your front palm forward, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach towards the back of your mat. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, take your vinyasa. Exhale, use your core to lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way to the top. Palms come to touch, hands to heart center. Make sure that you bring your feet together to touch. Inhale, arms reach up. This time we're gonna sit our hips back into a chair pose. So think sitting your hips nice and low, bending through your knees. So keeping those arms extended all the way up. If this is too much for you and you can't maintain your arms extended, you can just open your arms a little bit wider apart, forming a Y shape. Take a big inhale, lengthen to the spine. As you exhale, see if you can sit a little bit deeper into this. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink deeper. Bring your hands to heart center. See if you can find it in you to balance, coming onto your toes, lifting your heels up, and seeing if you can stay in this position while slowly beginning to sink your hips lower and lower and lower, all the way until you come to a seated position on the ground. Coming into a supine position, back lands back, interlacing your fingertips together, placing them behind your head. We're in a supine position, but we won't be resting yet. We're going to do a little bit of core. So first, start with both knees into your chest. We're going to do a few rounds of yogi bicycle, starting with lifting your shoulders slightly up above the ground. You're going to bring your right elbow to touch your left knee, extending your right leg out. Really think about engaging your core here. Take a big exhale as you touch the right elbow to your left knee, and exhale, switch. And switch, exhale. Switch. Right elbow, left knee. Left elbow, right knee. Right elbow, left knee. Left elbow, right knee. And switch. 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 Great job. Last one. And hold. Extend both legs out. See if you can hold into a boat pose. And slowly come back down. Great job. We're gonna place our feet closer to our hips in a bent position. We're gonna go into a back bend. Now you have two options for this. You can either take bridge pose or wheel pose. I'm gonna start us off first with the modified version, which is bridge pose. Placing your palms onto the ground. You're gonna push down through the mid-foot. As you exhale, lift your hips off the ground. See if you can lift it as high up as you can, extending your torso up. Really lengthening through the spine. Think about squeezing your glutes from here. In this position, hold. Refrain from letting your knees splay out. Think about knees should always be in line with your hips. Holding it here for a few more seconds, and exhale, come back down. Hips touch the floor. Great job. For the second one, you can still stay in this modified version. If you want to take it a step further, we can come into wheel, placing your hands right beside you, palms facing the back of your mat. Before you even start, think about lifting through your hands, bringing the crown of your forehead onto the ground. Get ready for the position here, and as you exhale, push your hands through the ground as you open through your chest. Now think about lifting through your chest rather than bending through your lower back here. If you want, you can come onto the tops of your toes, find a little bit more length. Take a big inhale, gaze forward. As you exhale, slowly bring your hips nice and low back down to the ground. Great job. All done with the hard poses here. Bringing your knees to your chest, hugging yourself as much as you can, allowing your body to rest, to take its time. Maybe even swinging your knees from side to side, massaging your lower back. Allow your body to recover from the intense poses. Place your feet back down to the ground. We're going to come into a figure 4 stretch, bringing your left foot on the outside of your right knee. Taking a big breath here, lengthening through your spine. Really think about pushing your back towards the ground. Interlace your fingertips behind your right thigh as you pull your right knee closer to your chest. You should begin to feel the stretch on the outsides of your left hip. So the more you want to feel the stretch, think about pulling your knee a little bit more towards your chest. Taking a big breath in, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth, release. See if you can find stillness in this pose. See if you can let go of your need to resist. Closing your eyes shut, allowing your body to enter a state of relaxation. As you slowly release, bring your right foot to the ground. And from here, left leg is going to go all the way over to the right side of your mat as you bring your left foot and plant it onto the floor. From here, you should feel a nice stretch in the outside of your left hip, all the way connecting to your left thigh. Maybe even extend your arms all the way out into a T position. Feel this pose a little bit more. From here, think about pushing your left hip closer to the ground to increase the stretch. Slowly begin to bring your foot back up. Release that left leg. We're going to switch sides. This time, right foot comes onto the outside of your left knee. Interlace your fingertips behind your left thigh. And pull your left knee closer to your chest. And when you're in this position, I want you to actively think about pushing your right knee farther away towards the back of the mat. Pushing that right knee out with your glutes. And that'll increase the stretch a little bit more. You'll notice you don't really need to pull your left knee too far into your chest to begin to feel the stretch. Slowly bring your left foot back down. This time, right foot lands onto the left side of your mat. This time, right foot plants onto the left side of your mat. Feeling a stretch on the outside of your right hip, extending both arms all the way out, pushing your hip closer towards the ground. Slowly making your way all the way back up. Bringing your right leg down. You're going to sit your hips all the way up as we come into a double pigeon. So first start by bringing your left leg up the bottom of the mat with your knee out, almost like you're about to sit into a cross-legged position. From here, right foot lands on to your left knee. See if you can make a little triangle with your legs. You should be feeling this on the outside of your right hip. So think about pushing that right knee a little bit lower onto your foot. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, extend all the way up. And as you exhale, you can stay here if that's enough of a stretch for you. If you feel like you can go a little bit deeper into this, think about reaching your palms forward as you fold your hips down. And once again with this one, I don't want you to force yourself into a position where you feel intense pain, because what happens is your body will begin to resist the stretch. So instead, think about relaxing into a position that feels comfortable and use your breath to relax into the pose. Over time, you'll notice it becomes a lot easier for you to come a little bit deeper without your body really noticing it. Taking a few more breaths here. Slowly beginning to walk your hands all the way back. Switching sides this time. Right leg at the bottom, left leg on top. Sit your hips nice and tall. Push your left knee down towards your right foot. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Extend. You can stay here or go as deep as your body allows. You may notice that one side might be a little bit tighter than the other side, and that's completely normal, but over time we want to begin to even out the imbalance between both sides. So maybe think about folding a little bit deeper in one side or releasing a little bit more in the other. And you can always feel free to spend a little bit more time on the side that you feel is a little bit more tighter. From here, begin to walk your hands back, releasing, bringing both legs, extending them all the way out as we lie all the way on our back. Extending our legs out, extending our arms out, coming into our final pose, Shavasana. Noticing how easy it becomes to surrender and relax our body, allowing the earth to hold all the weight and support you in all the ways necessary. From here, beginning to bring a little bit more attention into the breath. As you inhale, feeling the air come into your nose, down your chest, expanding through your belly. And as you exhale, feel your body sink deeper into the ground. Slowly begin to allow your breath to enter a normal rhythm. Bring awareness to all the things that support you in your life. Right now it's the ground, but some days that support comes from a certain person that is special to you, love that is given to you, shelter that is provided for you, food that nourishes you. Feeling gratitude for the circumstances that you face, challenges that have gotten you this far and have molded you into the person that you are. All these blessings are really direct blessings that come to you from your Creator. So taking a moment to thank Him for the gift, the multiple gifts that He has blessed you with. Recognizing that any problem that lies ahead of you is a problem that has only been placed purposely for the reason of molding you into becoming a better version. Slowly begin to bring more awareness into your body. Bring awareness into the sensations around you. And you can stay here as long as you feel necessary. Thank you so much for practicing me. Wishing you a lovely rest of your day.